Oh shoot, what's up, man?
Man, what's happening, bro?
Hold on, oh man, I'm messing up over here.
That's how it does, man. That's how I do. That's how I do.
This is some bull. I'm good, man. What's up with you?
Nothing much, bro. Nothing much, man. Um, it's something serious. I'll just put it that way. Nothing much, though, man. How was the day?
Today was good, a little exhausted, but I'm all right. I'm all right. We'll push through. You know what they always say? Why you gonna complain? You can't do nothing about it. Ain't nothing gonna change.
No,
So
that's what say. Yeah, that's what they
got
say. So,
got you. What about you,
yeah,
man? How was your
yeah,
day?
man. It was good, man. I'm about ready to crash out, though. Might eat me old
Already
bowl of
crazy.
cereal later on.
Yeah, bolus. Right. That hey man, dude, one of my favorite. It's actually the Walmart brand. It's called Magic. It's like what's the Lucky Charms?
Yeah.
But it's the Walmart brand. I love them things. Like they probably my favorite cereal out of all the cereals right now. I got two boxes on the top of the refrigerator right now. Just in
Man.
case one get done.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, ain't no problem, man.
Yeah.
Ain't no
Look,
problem.
hold on. While we on the top of the cereal, what's your favorite milk? Like, what you like to place with your cereal? What kind of milk?
Man, I get some almond milk sometime.
That's all I do. Almond milk, vanilla flavor.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
That's
it.
it right there.
See, Carl, he cool. He cool. Nah, yeah. That's what I do. I might get a bowl and get off. I've been eating hot dogs for the past 3 days.
Yeah, yeah. But it's all
Yeah.
good, man. It's all good. Y'all, everybody coming in. Welcome to Open Mic Night. We are here. We was gonna do it yesterday, but man, both of us worked. So, like we said before, we got jobs now. We
Yeah.
don't do this full time. That full time, you see us on in the morning time sometime too.
Mm-hmm. Y'all know we committed, man. If we can do it, we here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are here.
No, I'm tired. No, I'm tired when I'm just like, man, we need a rain check on some tired on this. I'm really tired.
Yeah, Sean said almond milk all day.
That's my homie. What up, Sean? What's up, brother? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, everybody, this your first time here, put a one in the chat or wave at us, say, hey, do something. Throw a peace sign up. Put a peace sign emoji up in the chat.
Right.
And if you want to join in, let us know, man. Let us know. Join in. It's no problem. Let us know.
Mm-hmm.
But, we thank everybody for coming in. If it's your first time here, we appreciate you. Come back again when we're on. And, but y'all, before we got on, me and Neil were talking. I got a couple videos to play
Mm.
and let y'all know how serious it is out here in this world. For real, for real. Y'all think this stuff with Diddy is going on serious. You wait till I play some of these videos. You're going to see some serious stuff too. I mean, I was talking with some guys the other day and I said, the internet is a beast. You can do some of everything on this internet.
Right.
I mean, everything. Y'all posting. I have no problem. People want to post their kids and stuff like that. But when you posting these kids on here grinding and popping their little hips and stuff, you got pedophiles watching. They're
Yeah.
watching.
They
You can
watch
say
it.
all you want to. Hey, Neil, you can say all day you want to. What a grown man do looking at a little child like that. That's been going on for years.
Going on for years. I mean, it's one of them things that it's still frowned upon by the world, but it's getting more easier for a pedophile to be in the back just looking at your child. It's just easy, like not really getting deep into it, but with the LGBTQ stuff going on with you can have a man and woman in the bathroom at the same time. Um, it's more easy. One thing that I loved about what is it? What's that restaurant? That pizza restaurant? Chuck E. Cheese.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even allow adults in Chuck E. Cheese unless you have a child with you. There was people going to Chuck E. Cheese just to go and sit and chill, and they don't even have kids. So they make kids more accessible with these platforms. And I'm not gonna blame all parents, but parents, watch your kids and what they're doing on the telephone you provide to them, and the laptops and the computers. And you still got to keep an eye out on who your kids hanging out with, because your child may be okay, but your child may be friends with a child that's accessible to these platforms. So guys, we're gonna dive deep in it. We're gonna dive deep, but yeah, that's what we got going on today.
Yeah, I mean, y'all pay attention. Right here up in Charlotte, North Carolina. I think back in February, they got a guy. He used to be on the sex offender um, register. I don't know why they took him off, but they took him off, and they caught him again for filming little boys in the bathroom. The camera that he had, I'm trying to find something that I can use to show. The camera that he had. Yeah, I'm gonna use this.
How big is this right here? Something like this?
Yeah, that's it right there. It was about that size right there. That's the camera
Mm.
that he had. And he had it stuck up under the stall, recording the other little boy. And the daddy confronted him. I said,
Dang.
man, and they just arrested him. I was watching it couple days ago. They just arrested him. Man, this is something serious out here, y'all. This ain't no play. This ain't nothing. This is for real. These grown men, I want to say something else, but these grown men, these
Got you.
grown
Go ahead.
men are after these babies.
Right. Right.
And y'all think it's a joke. Y'all think it's a joke. It ain't a joke out here. I get it. Y'all can pray all day long. God can cover. You know, it's a lot of people that pray and probably anointed way more than you are, but things happen to their children.
Right.
Don't never ever think that you can't be a victim.
Right. Right.
It's sad, you know. Like my motto, I always say, it doesn't matter to you until it affects you. See, that's when you want to be concerned. Then when it start affecting you,
Right. Mm-hmm.
but it's serious, y'all. This ain't nothing to play with. Do not play with this world. This world does not care nothing about your children, about
Right.
my children, and about your future children, Neil.
Right.
You decide to have some. They do not care. This world does not care at all. It will eat your children up alive and keep right on going.
Pops, what's up, man? I ain't spoke to him in a minute, man. That's man. Hey man, I'm sorry for deviating, man, but I gotta say this, man. Russell Smith, man, this guy being like another father in my life. When I moved to Tennessee, I was young and still growing into my own. Um, he worked at I'm about to say correctional. He worked at a place where you play basketball, a recreation center.
Yeah.
And went in there, started talking to him. He invited me to church, and we've been rocking out ever since, man. So Russell Smith, man. I know we haven't spoke in a minute, but you still my pops in my heart. So I love you, man.
Hey, what's up, Russell, man? Hey, glad you can join us today.
Thank you. Yeah.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
But man, to piggyback off what you said, man, it's scary. It's like I'm really, really double thinking how I'm gonna raise my kids when I get older, because you know the way we grew up, it was different. And I do have, I can admit I have an older mentality. I have a like my grandparents and my parents' mentality. But that way, it just doesn't work in this new way. You have to evolve, and you got to take I'm gonna speak about myself, got to take my pride out of it, because I may want to do it my way, but I want to protect my kids. And in order for me to protect my kids, that means getting out of my way. To the audience, I'm teaching you something right now. You may know exactly what it is you want to do and how you want to do it, but your way may not be conducive in protecting your children. And when you look at it that way, you don't want your child to come home and say, Dad, I saw a van or I saw this car. It followed me all the way from school to the house. Or I was
Yeah.
over my friend's house and this grown man asked me, did I want some candy? You know, so it's like you got to protect your kids. You should know where your kids are at all times. I remember with my with caregivers, if you wasn't in their line of sight, then when they see you again, you get smacked, slapped, or whooping or something. You don't leave out of the line of sight of your grandparents or your parents. You don't do that because now they got to look for you, get scared, whatever. Anything can happen. And as a child, you don't know why grandma or dad or whoever is taking care of you. You don't know why. You don't know why they were so mad and upset when they couldn't find you. You didn't know. You didn't know why, but they knew why. They knew what was up.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody drinking a whole milk. I'm playing, kitty.
No, but man, it is. Well, hey, it is so wild out here, y'all. It's wild out here for real. Wild out here for real. Everybody tuning in, welcome to Mike Night. We appreciate y'all. We thank y'all for joining us tonight. You know, you could have been doing anything else, but appreciate you. But it's wild out here, everybody. I mean, it's nothing to play with. Man, you want to get into these videos?
Yeah, let's go and get into the video. Let's go ahead. We got some stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna catch my second win after this first video.
We're gonna use this fair use, y'all. It's fair use. You don't want to get striked, or they be saying all kinds of stuff. But fair use, everybody. While we do this, it's fair use.
Your son gets a message from a pretty girl online. A few minutes later, he is being blackmailed. And by the end of the week, he is gone. This is not a movie. It's happening right now. And it's costing lives. There is a group in Nigeria known as the BM Boys. They are targeting teenage boys in the US through social media. They pretend to be young women, they flirt and trick boys into sending them explicit images. Then comes the blackmail. Send money or we'll send these to your friends and family. Some victims are just 13 years old, which means they're just in middle school. At least 46 of the kids have unalived themselves after falling into this trap. One of them was a 17-year-old boy from Michigan named Jordan. His only mistake was trusting the wrong profile. If you are a parent, please talk to your kids tonight. Don't wait. Ask them about who they are messaging. Tell them no one online is worth risking their future for. And if you need help spotting scams like this one, follow us. We protect families by staying informed. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay aware.
Have you ever seen that, man? Hold on, Neil. You muted.
Sorry about that.
All
I
right.
said I have not. I have not seen this. I know a lot about this topic, but I have not seen this video. And how this lady break it down, man, it's powerful. Go ahead. It sounds like you got a lot to say about it. Go ahead. You got it.
Man, you know, even I have gotten stuff from like a woman trying to flirt. I'm sitting here like, wait a minute. You
Right.
they take pictures from other videos and other people profiles and they snap them on all these other pictures and make it look like it's them, but it's not them. It's actually not
Right.
them. And you know, this right here is scary
Right.
because look at these young boys, they may not know.
Right.
They may not know. They just think it's a pretty girl.
Right.
You might think it's a pretty girl that's just out there. Oh man, this girl is fine. And she asking me to send me this picture of me.
Right.
I'm like, okay. Don't let that fineness fool you. Because
There
most of the time they be boys or men.
Right. There was a case in North Carolina, and you may heard about this. I don't know if it was Anson, but I know I saw this on the news. These teens were, and these was two Caucasian males. These teens were on the internet trying to talk to this girl or whatnot, sent their private parts to them, and then they started getting blackmailed. And because they didn't want to be embarrassed, and because they didn't want to let their parents down, they end up offing themselves. I forgot how, but they end up getting themselves out of here. And I can't put myself in that mind because I always been outgoing and never cared how people looked or felt about me. So I would have just said, do your worst. But I'm trying to put myself in the mind of that 15, that 16-year-old child that's having somebody saying, if you didn't send me, I think that was one of the ones, if you don't send me $2,000, I'm going to send all of this out to your school and to your family. And the little boy didn't have the money, but at the same time, he was too embarrassed to go to his father and tell him what was going on. Didn't want the ridicule, didn't want all that. So he end up offing himself. And this is what happens. This is real. I got another way I want to go, but I want you to jump back in here.
No, you go ahead and take that way. I'm gonna say this before you take it that way.
Yeah.
Parents.
See, that's the way I was. Oh, you got it.
Parents, we can't express this enough. Parents, you gotta start looking at some of this stuff these kids are looking at. Quit putting so much trust in it. Like, I know my kids won't do this. You don't know what your child will do. Let me just be honest with you right there. You don't know what your child will do. You may know some things. I know some things that my kids won't do. I don't know all the things that they won't do or they will do. You don't know. These people are getting smarter and getting slicker, and they're coming up with all kinds of new ideas to draw them in. And what better way to draw them in? Social media.
Right. But here's the other thing. On top of that, as the world grows, more parents, most of you who we're speaking to, you're not keeping up with the changes of what's happening with technology, with what's going on in the schools, what's going on in the world. So you're still in your bubble of when you was teens and 20s and 30s, and you're not keeping up with your kids. I'm going to be that person that's 60 or 70 still learning the new thing. You need to learn a new thing. These parents, you're not getting on Facebook. You're not, and if you're watching this, then I'm not talking to you because obviously you're here right now. But most of your parents not getting on Facebook. You're not getting on YouTube. You're not getting on TikTok. You're not getting on IG because, oh, that's social media. That's the young kids stuff. Well, this is how these kids are being courted into the mess they're in. And you wonder why. What happened to your child? Oh, my child should have just came to me. No, you wasn't a parent being in their lives like the way that you're supposed to know what's going on with your child. Right?
Exactly.
And then the second thing, what I was going to say earlier, here's another problem why this stuff is happening, is why a lot of kids feel like they can't come to their parents, is because you make it hard for your kids to express anything to you. As soon we grew up in that culture, as soon as we say anything, but the man might respond, oh man, you being soft. Oh man, you need to suck it up. Oh, you need it. What? Man, don't talk to me about that. You lame. You got fathers out here calling their sons lame, punks, sissies.
Yep.
You got fathers doing that. Why will your son come to you about anything else? Because you already degraded them. You already stripped them of their character. So also, you have mothers. Here's one of the worst things. Y'all may think this does nothing. A daughter or son come to the parent and they say something that's hard on their heart. Two things. Either you don't believe them or you laugh in their face. You tell your daughter come to you and say that this man is trying to get with her, and you say, oh, you lying, is you delusional, or you laugh in their face. They'll never trust you again.
Nope.
They'll never come to you. They'll go to their friends who know nothing more than them go to their friends before they come to you. And now here you go in the interrogation room with the police officer trying to put it together, saying, "Oh, that's not my daughter. I didn't know she was into this. Or that's
And
not my
she is
son."
into that. Or your son, he is into that. It's because, and then and add on to that too. Here you go trying to be your child friend.
Oh, you know,
There's no
man,
such thing as a parent being a friend. You may be 1% friend, but that no more than 2, and that's it. Rest of it is parenthood. You can't be your child friend because they're gonna treat you like a child. Just because you say, "Oh, that's my friend," you must think it's gonna make that child come talk to you. That ain't gonna make that child come talk to you.
right.
That child probably come talk to one of us, Neil, before they talk to the parent.
They
Because
would,
we ain't gonna treat them like a friend.
right?
I'm not your
And
friend.
and I'm gonna say this because you know me, you know I mentor them kids. You know I have fun with them. We kick back, we laugh. I literally have told all of them kids as soon as they cross the line, I looked at them in the eyes. I said, "Look, I'm friendly with you. So I'm not your friend. I'm definitely not your friend." I said, "There are some things that we can talk about. There's some things I'm not about to engage in a conversation with you. Here's the problem. What happened if I do that?" And then I'm friend with them. When I switch to to the parent role or to the guardian role, they're not going to respect it, and they're just going to laugh and joke with me because I've been friend with them.
Yep.
See, being friends. I mean, just being a father or mother or friendly, that doesn't mean you can't laugh with them. That doesn't mean you can't cut up with them. But there's still a boundary. There's still a boundary that has to be set place. So you have to keep yourself in that role that you're guiding and leading this young man or this young lady. You can never put your child or a young man or a young lady, you can never put them on the same level as you if you want to pour into them.
That's right.
Just saying.
And yep, parents, guardians, grandparents, y'all better wake up. Better wake up. Y'all
Man,
better
it's
wake
tough,
up.
man. Going back to that video. There's this movie. You know the actor named Jason Statham, right?
Yeah.
He made this movie. It's called Beekeeper. Y'all can go
Oh
look at
yeah.
the plot. Yeah, you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay, so the sub story of the movie was what we're talking about: hackers, people stealing people identities, people lying to people, and it put it in another perspective. See, we sometimes we think that it's one person on another computer doing this to you. When that movie opened my eye, pulled back the veils to where there are actually organizations, people, this is people jobs to come together just to screw you out of your money or to lie to you for whatever reason. To be able to they punch in a 9 to 5 just to deceive you. So
Yeah.
imagine an empire. Come on, parents, stay with me. Imagine an empire of men, women come together so they can just spy on Facebook, on IG for your kids, just to blackmail them to get money because they know a kid in despair or a kid that's up against the wall is going to run to mom and dad, and mom and dad is going to do nothing but protect them. And in protecting them, they're going to give the money. These people know this.
Yep.
And 50 people, 100 people come together just to screw you out of your money and to blackmail you. It ain't just one person. It started off with one person till that one person become a whole Fortune 500 company.
Then they building. They building heavily. And it's off your back that you have done. They building off your back. All the stuff that you have built, they are taking it and running with it.
The crazy thing, most of these companies are out of the country and are in other countries to where our laws do not have any jurisdiction over them.
Mm-hmm.
So you're doing this stuff at your own risk. Anything that's taken or giving probably would not ever be replaced or retrieved.
Yeah. And even some websites now, you try to click on it, they warn you before you click on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is a not a safe site, or this is not a safe link to click on. They are warning you, but if you click on it anyway because you see that fine girl or that fine man on there, you entering it at your own risk. Just like when they send in you know, because me and Brandon got some one time before. They send a text message. Your package couldn't be delivered because your address is wrong. I don't even, you know, I see the message come up. I just go on and
Yeah.
delete that. I ain't
Yeah,
even
we
ordering
need
it
to
for no
Apple
Amazon.
package.
So what am I click on that for? And I know for a fact I ain't ordered nothing.
Right. You know, the latest one that's actually out right now is talking about you got you have some past due or overdue tolls, and if you don't
Oh
pay
yeah,
the toll, we're gonna suspend your license.
yeah.
That's the latest one. I'm just like, you know, I don't know what's up with these phones because if you don't think about it, it's believable. But if you somebody that thinks it through, especially somebody like me, I pay my bills on time. I cannot tell you when I had a late bill. I don't ever believe I had a late bill. So I already know my tolls are paid, right? So
Mm-hmm.
because my tolls are paid, you send me this message through it ain't even no legit email, and the number is like 12 digits.
Yep. That should be suspicious right there.
What number start? You know, my girl put me up on this. What number start with 63? That ain't
And
nice.
and everybody that's listening, if you feel like you are told, just go to the place.
Yeah.
Just go to the place and see if you got you are told or something. Just go to the place.
Oh,
They
yeah.
got one here, in Monroe. They got in Charlotte. Just go to the place.
And they got the phone number on the toll. It's a 1-800 number. You can just call.
Oh yeah,
Give
just
them,
call.
give them your license number. They'll tell you yes or no.
Man, that's how serious it is out here, y'all. I mean, they are a beast out here on this internet, as they say, these internet streets.
Internet streets.
They are a beast, and like you said, sometimes they be running these scams, and they can show another country, but sometimes they're actually right here.
They right here. Yeah. Yeah. And you know why? You know why? Like because of VPN, they can move their location.
Yes,
They can move their location and stuff. Yeah, some of them right here. Some of them might be your neighbors. You
could
know,
be. You know, I was
just don't
watching.
know.
I think it was Nightline. I was watching some show one day, and they were showing you how people use these public Wi-Fi's. He said, and the guy said, most of the time the hacker is sitting right in there with you.
Yes. Which is one reason why I have never took my laptop and did any work at Starbucks.
No,
Starbucks is a hot spot for hackers.
if you want to use a hotspot, use it off your phone.
Use your own hotspot. Never
People,
did it.
it's serious because you sitting in there and you think, okay, it's free. You know, that's what captivates a lot of mind. Well, it says free. It's free, but it's easy to hack at the same time.
Let me put something. It may sound like it doesn't go together, but let this stick with you. It's free, but at what cost?
Exactly.
Oh, it's free,
Exactly.
but
But
at
at
what
what?
cost? Repeat it
That's
again.
the thing, bro. At what cost? What cost? What is it gonna cost you?
Yeah. Oh, it's free right now. It's definitely free. At what
Mm,
cost?
mm, 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 mm.
I don't get it, man. You know, I really don't get it. Bring it back to the video. Man, parents, protect your kids. I really want to drill home that like have an open space to where your kids can speak to you. And I'm telling you, this is what I mean by learning because this was not my mind years ago. I grew up to where like you couldn't say nothing. You could you if you called your mom or your dad by they first name, you getting a beating. That's how I grew up. Like, you couldn't even say their first name. I didn't even know my mom's middle name until I was in my 20s, and she got mad when I said it. I was able to run then, but I'm like now, you guys, here's what I think the problem is. You want to get close to your kids, and you want to know what they're doing. You want to know what they're doing, and you're using that. I have to be my child's friend to get close to them, and that's the wrong thing, because the child is going to feel like you are a friend, and now they're going to treat you like a friend and not an authoritative figure. You got to build trust, love, and a real relationship with them. Be honest with them. If they wrong, they're wrong. But here's another thing that didn't happen with me when I was growing up that they need. If they do wrong of any sort, okay, punishment, discipline, how you do it. But talk to them and make them understand why it was wrong. Speak about it. Let's talk about it. Don't just spank them and say never do it again. This child is learning and growing. They don't know why it's wrong. You know, my God kids, what I have. I don't tell them this because I don't want them to take advantage of me, but I give them one. And what I mean by I give them one, anything they do, they can mess up one time. Because I know that one time they mess up, I'm going to talk to them and I'm going to make it crystal clear that you better not do this exact same thing twice. Because we need to talk. And I'm going to be honest, they have never done the exact same thing twice. Just because I sat down and I spoke with them. I wasn't mad. Was I flipping out on the inside? Probably I was. But I just spoke to my God kids. I spoke to them. And they didn't do it twice. Oh, yeah, they done did 100 other things because they kids, but they didn't do that one thing twice.
Yeah. And you have to be stern with them like that. And you have to make it crystal clear to them. Look, I ain't playing with you. I'm not playing with you. And then this is what gets me sometimes when you hear them. Well, little Johnny, mom and them let them do it. I ain't little Johnny, the parents though. Whatever go on their house, that's their house. This is my house. It's sad, man. Everybody tuning in. Welcome to Open Mic Night. You know, parents, we're trying to warn the parents. Look, we ain't trying to be funny with you. We ain't putting nobody on blast. We just trying to help warn you. Look, this is what's going on out here because some of y'all parents are naive to what's going on out here.
Yeah.
I'm just being straight up honest. You think this stuff ain't happening. Some of y'all parents need to really pay attention to what's going on. Some of y'all parents ain't even paying attention to them because you so caught up in what you want to do. Some of y'all parents are partying too doggone much. And some of y'all parents are partying with your kids, smoking and drinking with them. Ain't no in the world I'd have done that with my kids. You don't do that. I had never been to a party with any of my kids. Now, if it's a birthday party for the like me or for them, of course. But for them to be at a party, I ain't never been to a party with them.
Right.
I'm not going to a party. I'm not finna party with my child.
Right.
But parents, open your eyes. Open your eyes. Look. You don't need no preacher to prophesy to you and tell you what's going on with your kids. All you gotta do is pay attention to yourself.
Right.
Now, some of them that are real prophets and stuff like that, they can warn you. But at the same time, some of them prophecies that they give you, you see it yourself. You just ain't been paying attention to it.
Now, here's the thing, though. It ain't that they ain't been paying attention. It's that they don't want to pay attention to it. Here's why. In order for them to pay attention to it and admit what's going on, in their mind, they have to admit that they did something wrong. And parents don't want to admit that they did something wrong with their child. And that's why they let the child do all this mess, all this bull, and they let them do it, and they take the role as they are oblivious. They didn't know it was going on. No, that's the easy way out. Parent that situation. You went back. You said something earlier. You was like, you was like, come on, parents, like you get out of your own way. Here's another thing about getting out of your own way. If you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, I need help. That is the first step to helping your kids out, because we have a lot of parents that feel like, oh, it's not going to happen to me. Oh, it can't happen to me. Oh, I'm this
Yeah,
and I'm that. And then it's going
yeah,
to
yeah.
happen to you. Do you know so many people, they look at these people that's getting their life taken away from the cops. What's the first thing that some of your friends or some people say? Oh, that wouldn't be me. I would do this and that.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
That would, you can easily say that because you're not in that situation.
Exactly.
So you say it wouldn't be you. Okay, you have your tool, they got their tool. But you know, when they roll up on you, it's going to be you in a car or you walking, and it's going to be about 3-4 squad cars with them. And it's going to be 2 people in each squad car. So it's going to be you versus like about 10 people. But you said it's not going to be you. But you said it's not going to be you. Here's the thing. Stop thinking you're so big and bad. Stop thinking that you're above the world. Stop thinking that you Superman, or for the hood, stop thinking that you Luke Cage. Ain't none of us bulletproof out here. We are all
None
human.
of us.
And we all need to be able to admit that we need some help. If you can admit you need some help, your children would have a better chance at life. I'm gonna say this and be done. Me and my lady, we watched this show called the Karamo Show, and it was this one show that stuck out to me that pissed me off. This girl, she was trying to discredit a man that been her father, and she wanted this other man to be her father. And both of them men wanted to be her father. And the problem that I had was she was fighting against the father when she had 2 men that was willing to be a father. To where we have kids out here that never knew their father. And I'm like, just because this man is not your blood, if he been in your life for 20 years, he been fatherly, let that man be a father to you. He want to be your father. And if the other man
versus
is the
one
blood,
that don't want to be.
yeah, let him be. It doesn't matter. Okay, yes, go figure out who is your blood. But yet and still, some of these people found their blood, and that man don't even want to have anything to do with him. Come on, man.
Parents, these things right here. That's why I was getting when I had turned the camera off. These things right here, these freaking cell phones. You can say what you want to. What they do is they take these cell phones and they can make it look a certain way to you. That you be like, oh man, my child watching this right here. And then flip back to the doggone page that they was watching. A lot of parents don't want to learn this technology. I learned a lot of stuff from Brandon and from me messing with it. And then I go on YouTube and watch some of the geeks that really get into this technology stuff and watch that stuff. Now I'm not the best at it, but I do watch it. And I do try my best to learn a lot of this stuff, because this is what's going on. We are in a technology world that they don't want to learn, but then you want to profit from it, but you can't profit from it because you don't want to learn the technology of it. And the way your kids are running around here with all this technology, and you trying to block them out. But I got the parental guidelines on where they can't go there. They got a friend that can crack all that.
Yep.
So keep thinking, and then y'all will buy them the latest phone, but you don't want to learn the latest technology of that phone. But you'll buy them that right there.
Let me say something on that. You know, you can give. I done seen mothers give their 3 and 4-year-old the phone, and in about 10 minutes, they know how to properly navigate that phone. My goddaughter at the age of 5 took her mom's phone, erased all her mom's data just to download every game she wanted. Now, this is what I mean. This is why I'm saying this. This is piggyback on what Carl just said. He said, learn this stuff. But if you humble yourself, your kids can teach you. And they will be willing to teach you.
Yep.
But you got to be able to humble yourself. Humble yourself, and you can learn something from your seed, from the person that you bear. You just don't go out. You don't got to be on YouTube. You ain't got to be. Yes, all that stuff is good. But if you see your child seamlessly going through all these apps, all this phone. They can teach you.
Mm-hmm. Man, all this stuff here, even the setup with this right here and all this stuff. Brandon showed me the basis of it. Now he said you got to mess with it to learn it,
Mm-hmm.
and I mess with it to learn it. Parents,
Right.
pay attention. When I was married, Neil, when I was married, and my granddaughter came by. At the time, she was probably about 4 years old. I said, I took the thing off where, you know, if you put too many passwords, it'll lock the phone.
Mm-hmm.
I turned that off. I locked my phone and I gave it to her. I said, here you go. I said, get in my phone. The third try, she was in it.
It was in there.
She was in there. And I said to her and the grandma, I said, these kids are getting more smarter and they're getting more wiser with this stuff. They coming out the womb messing with this stuff. And
Right.
and it's scary with that, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Molo said when I was young, I needed help. I had a father, but he was not involved in my life. I had my uncle in my life, but he tried to be in my life. So we have to help our kids, and when they get older, they will help you out. I mean, that's what you do. You. One thing my brother did was surround me with some men that were going somewhere that would help me, not somebody that's gonna try to hold me back or take advantage of me. And that's what I do with my son. If I show my son and introduce my son to some people, it's somebody that I know is good and gonna help, not to hurt
Right. Right. And it's good when you can go to another brother and y'all can speak about it, and just don't judge that young man or that young lady on what it is they're asking about. Here's the thing: you had time to learn, and I'm speaking to grown people right now. You had time to learn. You had time to mess up. You had people to kick you in your butt and tell you right from wrong. And now these young kids going through the same stuff. They may ask it differently, but they asking the same stuff you asked when you was a child. And now you laugh at them, and how you expect a 16, 17, 18-year-old to already know adult things. And for one, you don't want to hear this and you don't want to swallow this pill. For one, you didn't teach them nothing when they was a child anyway. So how you expect them to know? Now they really coming to you trying to get advice. Do you laugh it off? Do you dismiss them because you don't know and you just too ashamed to say you don't know? Is that what it is?
I'll tell you right quick, I don't know.
Hey, I say let's find out together.
Yeah, I don't know. And you give me a few minutes, I'll take this right here and go dig it.
Right, yeah. I say it again, guys. My name is a joke. I love my name, the know-it-all. I put it because I know I don't know it all. I don't. I'm well researched in a lot of areas, but at the end of the day, I don't know it all. Not at all.
And then the other thing, the other thing is that I hear a lot of these parents, well, I can't do that and I can't learn that. These phones so difficult and all this kind of stuff. But here I am. I'm looking at social media. You're in there doing the latest dance. You're in there doing the latest boots on the ground dance and all this kind of stuff. I don't have no problem with that. That's fine. But at the same time, you better start educating yourself. It's too much going on in this world. And why a lot of parents trying to make the latest party, where are your kids and what are they doing?
Right.
Because you out there partying and they got a chance to have these and they home by themselves. But anyway.
No, tell them. Make them feel it.
Anyway. Yeah. These kids are getting into look, parents, let me tell y'all something. These kids are getting into this devil worshiping stuff. These kids getting into a whole lot of this witchcraft stuff. They're being involved in stuff. Now I'm looking at the latest challenge they got going on. You stick something in the side of the computer, make the computers catch on fire.
So get out.
And I'm sitting here like, these y'all doing all these challenges, and most of them that create these challenges don't even do them. They don't even do them.
Oh, they sit back.
But they just sit back and watch how silly These other folks do it. Just like when they had this crate challenge. These people walk across these crates. And they busting their backs and busting their heads. And I'm sitting here like, so y'all gonna do this stupid old challenge, then you out of work. And
Man,
the one that created it is sitting back, ching, laughing.
There's one woman did that crate. She broke her own return back the other way. When she was when she hit the ground, she tried to brace herself and just
snap.
People got teeth knocked out. Yeah.
No,
man, but here's what you just said. And like I like to break stuff down, man. What he just said, guys, what y'all just heard. You think you're leaders, but you're not. You're following. Every time a challenge come out, every time something new come out, you got to run out and get it. You got to run out and do it. But you say you're the leader. You want people to lead you. I mean, you want people to follow you, but you're following somebody else. You leading them to their destruction because of your mess.
Because of your mess.
I can't. I'm gonna tell you one thing that I hate. I'm gonna just be honest. I hate the way this world is changing. They changing language. They changing definition of words. They're changing what things what things were meant the right way. They changing them to the bad way, and they expect us to conform to that. And I have some friends. I do have some friends that tell me the reason why, and I get it and I understand it. But where we got to this point to where I don't want to just say it both like this, but what we got to the point to where KILL doesn't mean that. We knew that mean or death. We have to change them words for politically correctness, or we're gonna get desponsored or something like that, or they're gonna take down your post.
Yep.
Like that's one thing. Like these words are in a definite or in a dictionary, and there's a definition beside it that tell you what it means. That word is a word, but we're changing to that. So how easily you change to that because they said this is what is happening now, and you just change it just like it's been here forever. If it's that easy for you to change, imagine how easy it is for them to get you to do something to lead the next generation into darkness. Think of that.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, go ahead. You got it.
I'm glad you said it because I'm glad you said that because that just opened it up before I can go right on in there with this right here. Mm-hmm. Y'all that easy to follow, they want to change all the definitions. If we said all these words on here, they'll take this post down, they'll take this video down, they'll take this podcast down, but they'll turn around and that you see all the racist stuff that's being put out into the world. They'll turn around that you see all the sex that's going on out here in this world. They'll turn around and show you how they worship the devil. They'll show you all this stuff. They show you cutting goat heads off and doing all this stuff and drinking the blood, but they'll show you that. But as soon as I say a certain word, as soon as Neil say a certain word, or we say something against anything, they'll take that down just like that. If I said something, I put a post up one time how the Pope was doing some inappropriate thing. They put me in Facebook jail for 45 days. And I told them, I said, I got this off from a white page. Somebody had it up that y'all didn't even take that down. But as soon as I put it up and I shared it for someone, but you took that down.
Crazy.
But see, they'll take that kind of stuff down, but they'll let the inappropriate stuff, the devil worshiping, the pentagram and all this kind of stuff, they'll let that stay up. See, that parents, that's what we're talking about. They are drawing these kids into a dimension that has been opened. And it's open. You can say what you want to. I'm gonna steal that from my friend Marlo. You can say what you want to. You feel how you want to feel. They have opened a dimension, and the kids are following. Look at some of the concerts. Look how demonic they are.
Yeah.
And some of y'all parents are right there with them. And I would say something, but I know a lot of y'all parents y'all really get mad about if I said it. But you know, y'all sit there and you think your kid won't go to hell because they listen to certain music. That's what that music is doing. That music is drawing them to go to hell. Keep on playing with that world. That word gonna show you.
You supposed to be the discerner, parents. You supposed to be the discerner. The kids are learning, so they listening to this supposedly adult themed music, and then, like you said, it's drawing them to hell. That's why we're getting on you, because you supposed to listen to that and say, no, not my baby. You supposed to say, not my baby. Me, I'm not gonna allow them to do it. Don't say not my baby when it's too late and they already did it.
Exactly. And that's another point. Go ahead. No, finish that.
No. I was just about to read. I was gonna say, no, don't say not my baby. No. Oh, you supposed to say not my baby, not him, not her. No, it's not going to be her, and you're making provisions to where they be safe. But don't say not my baby when they already did it. Like, that bothers me. Like your child is above everybody else, and you don't even know what they're doing. You don't know what they're doing in their room. You don't know what's on their telephone. You don't know their friend. How you let this might be the old spirit in me. How you let your friends spend the night? How you let your son spend the night with their friends and you ain't never met their friends or their parents? You don't know.
Oh, we couldn't do that.
I know some people in this boat, and it pisses me off. You allow your kids to go somewhere that you never been and you never know, just so you can get a little peace and quiet time. Okay. Just so you wouldn't be a parent.
Okay.
This is across the board. I ain't just going at women. This is women and men. Can men do it too? Sometimes men just want to hang out with their boys. They'll let their kids hang out with one of their friends that they know that's not good enough and fit to be a parent or look over somebody's kids. Just so you can play basketball. Come on, man.
They'll let them do it like it's nothing. Go ahead and play with them. It's fine. But the whole time they got this devil worshiping music playing. I mean, one time in Sunday school, some young people were there that Sunday, and we was talking, and I said, parents and grandparents, I know y'all may not know nothing about this song, about this particular artist, and I named the artist and the song and a few more, and the young kids were looking at me. I said, y'all didn't think I knew that, did you? They said, no. I said, you know why I listened to it? Because I know, so it helped me know what to pray against. Right. And so I can bring this back to the parents that's in here, so they'll know this is what's going on out here. I always say the biggest playground is the biggest playground for the devil is at the schools. He got multiple choices.
That's a ball right there.
Multiple choices.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and y'all just don't think it's a black-white thing. It's all of them. It don't matter what race they are.
The devil want them all.
Don't even matter. And he said, if I can get them all, I'm gonna get them all.
And that's another thing that bothers me. We fight so much against ourselves, and we don't even know the real enemy. We're fighting against the wrong enemy. We're fighting against the wrong thing. Let's be honest, as a people, we making it easy for the devil. Just like how you put that that what was that Grand Wizard, the guy, that video we played that day.
Yeah.
That imagine the devil speaking and saying that stuff. He said we ain't even gotta do nothing. We putting each other out of business. We just sit back and laugh and watch. Like the devil don't have to do nothing. This is my mindset. The devil is not struggling to get souls, just giving them to him.
He ain't got to fight no more.
That's what I'm about to say. He ain't got to fight. I'm literally saying that. Devil ain't got to fight no more. He ain't got to.
That boy put his suit on, come on to the okay, go ahead. I know y'all gonna do it. Go ahead. Let me whisper. It's about like that whisper song. Let me whisper this in your ear. That's it. He's just a great influencer.
Peep this. In the Bible, it says the devil walking around like a lion, seeking who he may devour. So some people look at it as it's a lion. All right. Here's my mindset. The devil don't even have to disguise itself as anything. The devil is popping up in people as the devil. He's popping up in there,
That's him.
and people is okay with that.
Coming to be like, what's up, y'all?
You know it's him. And the devil is being applauded. The devil is being you clapping for the devil, you embracing the devil.
Easily. He rapping in your ear, he doing all this stuff in your ear.
All right. Put that post up. See him
What's
down
that?
there? My partner just came through. What's up, James? What's up, brother?
Oh, okay. He said the enemy can be yourself too. You have control over your actions and thoughts. The devil has no power unless you give him permission. That
Look.
part right there.
He said
Right
it, y'all.
there.
He said it.
That part right there. The devil has no
1,000%.
power unless you give him permission. And you know, I'm glad you said that, Jane. I'm glad you. What's up, man? Appreciate you coming through. I'm glad you said that because here's another thing about that. Even when God gave the devil permission to mess with Job, he said you can do anything you want to, you can't kill him. Gave him permission. But have you ever noticed when we sit here and I understand about rebuke? I rebuke this, I rebuke this. But have you noticed God said resist him?
He said resist him.
He didn't even say rebuke. He said resist.
He just said
because
resist.
you can rebuke anything, but that you can rebuke it, but it will come back. It can come back. But if I resist you every time you keep coming, sooner or later you're gonna leave me alone.
Yeah. Here's the problem. There's no resisting happening. It's embracing. There's no resisting. It's embracing.
Matter of fact, y'all think resisting don't work. Resisting do work. Y'all think it don't work. Here's a perfect example for you right here. And I don't use perfect often like that, but here's a perfect example. Every time that man and woman kept trying to come back and get back into your life, you resist them. You didn't rebuke them, you resist them. And sooner or later, that person left you alone.
Good example.
So
James, that was 100.
It is serious. Yeah, that was 100 right there. You know what? For everybody just tune in, if you didn't see it, read that right there. The enemy can be yourself too. He can be yourself too, because you can talk yourself into some stuff. You can talk yourself out of some stuff. Majority of the time, you're talking yourself into some stuff. And you do have control over your actions and thoughts. You do have control over that. Yeah, don't get it twisted. I know the devil can get in your ear. That's why I say he's a great influencer. He can influence you, but he can't make you do it like the devil make me. The devil ain't make you do nothing. Sometimes what you do is because he influenced you to be that person who you said you want to be. So he influenced. He said, "Okay, I know if I get him to influence, he's gonna do what he wanted to do anyway." And boom, you're gonna go do what you want to do.
And it's even you doing his work for him.
Yeah, he said back in the credit, and sometimes you give him credit when he ain't nowhere around.
Hey, throw that up for me one more time, please. Let's look at that last one. The devil has no power unless you give him permission. I'm gonna take it a step further. He just brought up Job. Remember, Job. The devil couldn't do nothing to Job until God gave him permission. So ask yourself this, guy. Ask yourself every time you go through something. You guys always say it's the devil. There's two other factors to that. Have you ever looked what he posting right now? Have you ever looked at yourself and said, "Man, what if that's just me? Like, what if that's who I am? What if I'm the problem?" Or have you ever asked yourself, "Man, did God give the devil permission for me to be going through this?" Never asked yourself that, did you? See, you pray for strength. You pray for healing. You pray for skills. Don't you know you have to go through stuff to get the stuff that you're praying for? And the Lord is like, all right, I'm about to put you through that. This is just how I'm thinking. This ain't nowhere in the Bible. This is just how I'm thinking. I ain't putting it somebody. But for me, I'm thinking if I'm wanting more, the Lord has to put me through that fire, to put me through that storm, to be able to have that. Now, sometimes you do want to be tested as well. I'm just saying the way I'm thinking. So now the devil cannot do nothing towards you unless God has already given permission. And most of the time, it's just you by yourself.
Yep.
The devil can't do nothing. The devil cannot force you to do anything.
Not nothing.
He just presents it and you take over. But in order for him to present it, the devil can't do nothing without the Lord saying you can do this.
Exactly.
Y'all don't even think like that, man. I'm just saying. They be mad. You see, you know what? Let's get to it. A lot of these people, they want to out. Their out is the devil. Their out allow them to not look at themselves in the mirror. Their out, the devil allow you saying that it's the devil, allow you not to look at yourself in the mirror. That allows you not to work on yourself. And it doesn't even allow you to get closer to the Lord. There's people 30, 40 years still blaming the devil. When you gonna get off milk and get the meat? But I'm just near with a half Arizona can right now.
And even at that time, the Lord said, "Have you even considered my servant? Have you considered my servant Job?" He asked him. Now I'm gonna talk in human terms, like we are of today. Have you even thought about it? Look, devil, have you even thought about my boy Joe? Have you thought about my man Joe? Thought about my man Joe? Have you even thought about it?
Nah, man, I ain't thought about it.
Nah, man. Look, God, let me tell you
something. Let me play. All right, hey, let's role play. I'm the devil right now.
Okay, go ahead. Look, bro, have you ever thought about my boy Job over there? He over there chilling with his family.
Nah, man, I ain't thought about I can't do nothing with him, man. You protecting him all around. I can't do nothing with Job. What I'm supposed to do?
I tell you what I do, bro. I tell you what I do. I do. I'm gonna grant you permission to do what you want to with him. But I ain't gonna grant you this power to kill him.
Can I?
No. Nah. Because that'd be the first thing you'll do, trying to take him out.
But you said he was your faithful, so it's like you say he was my faithful.
I got to show you how faithful he is to me. I'm gonna show you.
Let me put him on the brink of death and see what happens.
I'll tell you what, go ahead. Go ahead. He ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna turn it back on me.
So you saying I can touch, I can bring sickness, I can take away from him, and you telling me he ain't gonna curse your name?
Nah.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. Let me see what's happening. Let me see. I got it. I'll be back in a little bit.
Matter of fact, you can even mess with his kids.
I can do it. So hold on. Can I kill his kids?
Right ahead.
I can do that. Can I take his livestock?
Right ahead.
Can I take all his riches and money away too?
Right ahead.
Oh man, boy, he about to turn his back on you for sure. All right.
Watch.
I'll be back.
I'll show you. What? Go ahead and be back. You know what I'm gonna be? I'll be right here chilling, waiting on you.
All right.
But while you going to chill, I'm gonna be somewhere taking care of business too. But I can do that. You can't do what I do. I can do that. I could be over there and you still be right here, but I could be over there in Russia somewhere taking care of business while you trying to do this in my service. But I'm gonna show you. Go ahead. What? Matter of fact, public announcement. I'll be back in a few days to check on you because I know what he's gonna be doing.
Hey, to be serious, while you talking to me, you taking care of business over there right now. You taking care of the business. I got to go. I got you everywhere. You don't have to go. You just is.
I'm right here. I can watch you. I can still watch you at the same time. I'm in China.
All right.
They
done passed. Man, Lord, I don't know what happened, man. I took his family. I took his livestock. I took all his riches. I even put boils on his head, from his head to his feet. And his wife even came to him and said, "Why won't you just curse the Lord and die?" But he didn't. Job didn't. What's going on? What type of power do you have over Job to where I did all of this and he still didn't curse your name? I don't
I
know,
am
man. I give
God.
up. I
Because
give
I'm
up.
God. That's the power I have because I'm God. I have the power. You don't have it like me. That's why you wanted to be like me. That's why I had to kick your tail out of there. Because you wanted to be like me. You were jealous because of what everybody else was worshiping me. I am the creator. You didn't create nothing. Matter of fact, I created you. And you want to do me like this? I created you the most beautiful angel that you ever want to see. But you got beside yourself. But you see what my boy told his wife. You speak as a foolish woman.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
He did.
And Neil, that's what get me. He was there to see all that God gave him. And you still said that crazy stuff? Oh, man.
You speak as a foolish woman.
It's almost like, and y'all don't take this the wrong way because we ain't trying to take away from the Bible. It's almost like the role should have been reversed. That's what Adam should have told Eve.
Right.
Where you get this from?
Speak as a foolish woman.
Well, the servant told me to get it. He gave it to me. Where did it come from? I don't care what nobody say. That tree right there had to be so different than the rest of it.
Yeah.
But God to say you can eat all this other stuff. That tree right there, you better not even mess with that tree.
But I want that tree.
And then I put it this way: even if that tree looked like the rest of it, he knew where that tree was at.
Peep this. Let's see how kids and adults are the same with that logic. What you just said. You tell a child, don't drink this drink. What they're gonna do as soon as you turn your back? Go drink the drink. You tell that child, don't eat the cookie. Don't take the cookie out the cookie jar. What they're gonna do when you go to sleep? Go get the cookie out the cookie jar. Let's fast forward to adults. Okay. You told adults to be married with one man and one wife. When the husband or the wife is not around, what's happening? So you mad at your kid for getting a cookie out the cookie jar, but then yet and still a late night, you're going partaking of the cookies.
Wife right here, side piece down the street. Sometimes side piece right next door.
Next door.
Man.
Now they moving, having the polyamorous relationship, but that's crazy.
That's crazy, man. Hey, man, I'm gonna play this other video before we get out of here.
Gotcha.
Parents, I need for y'all to pay attention to these videos that we're playing. If you missed the first one, go back and look at that first video that we played. But I really want y'all to pay attention to this one right here, because I know a lot of y'all have seen this and it's been going on. So I want y'all to pay attention. Really pay attention. Fair use. This is for educational purpose only.
This phenomenon is called digital kidnapping, and yes, it is as scary as it sounds. As parents, we love to take photos of our kids and post them. It's a great way to keep our family and friends in the loop. But now experts are issuing this new alert that bad guys are using our posts against us to track our children. This morning, you're about to see how they do it.
Your baby catching.
From Facebook to Instagram, parents sharing their children's lives online. But now the new world crime, digital kidnapping, predators stealing your kids' photos and spreading them online. This stranger posting on Facebook claiming this girl was his daughter. In another recent case, a child's photo was tagged on a porn site. Turns out most of us are putting our own families at risk.
I'm going to stop right there for a minute. On a porn site. Parents, they're taking these pictures, putting them on a porn site.
You know, I ain't saying I know anything about this, but I keep my ear to the streets. You know, they have an app, and that's probably what he's talking about too. It's called Face Swap, and there are different sites to where they're taking, let's just say, a old raw video to where you may know the people that was years ago, but they're taking, like what he says, other people, is adults and kids, swapping their face out with the old bodies and repurposing that material for money and pleasure. And now I don't even know how to feel about that, man. And then AI, man, I gotta say this because I'm really diving deep into AI right now. But any platform, there's not no bad platform. It's really how you use it. It's how you use it. People are using AI for some. AI is so powerful. It's so smart. People is using this to lie, cheat, and steal, and now for pedophilia as well. They're taking. There's this video that's going on the news right now. This woman literally has kind of been defamed in the world. Her job is laughing at her. Somebody took her face and sent a post to just some random person saying that I slept with your husband. This woman didn't know anything about it. She woke up in the morning. She was trending. And now she got fired from her job, and her neighborhood, and this is a Caucasian lady, her neighborhood is disowning her, and she know nothing. So now she's in the process of fighting to get her identity back. Here's the problem. She can fight and get her identity back. The damage is already done to her reputation.
Already. Nothing to do with it.
Had nothing. She chilling. She sleep. And now she wake up, she's trending. Don't even know why she's trending. And it's just because somebody took her photo and put it on another person's body and sent out some stuff. I think somebody did this to her intentionally because it was intentionally her and it was nothing sexual. It was just a whole lot of comments, but yet and still, this has taken her job away from her, and it's taken her her credibility and her respect. Yeah, this is crazy. This world is AI is powerful, but come on, guys, use it the right way.
Y'all see what's going on. You see what's going on, y'all. I'm gonna continue with this video, but y'all see what's going on.
And we have no idea.
Happy Thursday.
You post all the time.
Yeah, I like to post about the kids.
That's Michelle and Reese. They think we're doing a general story about social media. What they don't know, back in Ohio, cyber safety expert Jesse Weinberger is poring over their social media pages, checking for private information. So what do you find here?
Through Mom's Facebook account and everything that she's posted, I was able to find out husband's name, children's names. She has 2 children. I know their ages. I know their dates of birth. I know where they go to school. I have the address of the school. I have the name of the teacher. I know exactly which playgrounds they visit, how often they like to go to each playground.
You were showing me a map where you're actually able to find out the path they take to school, how they walk and when.
Right.
Nia, you see that? Parents, that's how serious it is. And they showing you how they sit back in another state, and sometimes in the same state or city, and just sit back and you give them all the information they need.
Dude, here's the thing, what they don't know. This lady is telling them right now, and everybody's sitting back. It's like, because like what you said, it haven't happened to them. So this lady is sitting back and showing them how easy. And she's smart. She did all of that. Don't you know the people that's lurking in the shadow is just as smart, if not smarter than this lady? She just did this. She just did this in a couple of seconds. And she's trying to prevent this from happening. So she's using her expertise for helping you out. But there's a million of her that's using their expertise to take from you. Come on, y'all.
Come on, y'all.
It wasn't hard.
But even scarier, she says our photos can have a hidden location signature embedded in them. Even if you don't tag the location, anyone can still find out where you are. What's the danger here?
For example, I know that one of her children broke his leg. How easy would it for me to be to come up to the kid and say, oh, you don't remember me, but I was the nurse when you came to the emergency room. How's your leg feeling?
Come with me.
Come with me.
This phenomenon is called digital kidnapping.
That's scary.
That's scary, man.
That's
Parents, y'all better open your eyes. And it's getting worse and worse. I started talking about a lot of this stuff about 4 or 5 years ago. And it was a lot of people who said, man, you watch too much TV, man. You do this and do. I said, look, bro, I'm gonna tell you something. I said, at the time, I said, you know, it's small kids. And I talked to some young kids at church and sometimes when I see them in the neighborhood, sometimes when I see them at the store, it don't take, but like my brother said, my brother LL was in the Marines. He said, Pete, don't take about 3 seconds to get you.
Yeah.
He said, when these vans pull up beside you, they open the door, that's 1 second. They snatch you, grab you around your mouth, snatch you in, that's 2. The door closed, that's 3. That's 3 seconds. You are gone.
That's it.
And some of y'all be walking in the store with these headphones on, music blasting. And you don't even know who, and then they walking in like this right here. You don't even know who's in front of you or who's behind you.
Dude, this was just on the news. After this live, I'm gonna send you this story and we can talk about it later. But this young boy, I think he was in high school. He saw a kid, he witnessed a kidnapping of like a 5-6-year-old girl. Him and his friend, imagine, look, people are gonna take this as a joke, but this is serious. Him and his friend were on bicycles. They followed and kept up with the car. I think for about like 5 minutes. And the person in the car who kidnapped the little girl, they let the girl out and just peeled off just so they could stop following them. But what you just said, it literally only took 2 to 3 seconds. And luckily, somebody was around to see that happen. And I'm just thinking, man, they was dedicated. If that little girl did not have these 2 dudes on these bikes following them, she probably would have been gone forever.
Yeah.
2-3 seconds. That is the reason why our parents told us, you better not get out of our sight. Also, another reason, man, they didn't do this in the daylight. They doing this in daylight now, but that's another reason why grandparents say you better have your butt inside this house when that street light come on.
Yep.
Now the little boys got a little bit of grace, but them girls, they had to be in the house before the street light come on. The boys, we had to be in the yard. And here was our thing: if the blinds was open, we was good. But as soon as we see them blinds closed, we better get our butt in the house.
Exactly.
That's how they talk to us. And you know what it meant. So I'm just saying, you said it took 2-3 seconds. That little girl was gone if it wasn't for them little dudes on the bike. Man.
And they're still looking for people right now. These kids right now. Kids are gone. Y'all, we can get on here and talk about the president. We can get on here and talk about some mess, and we can get on here and talk about drama and show you all these fight videos and all this stuff right here. To me, that right there, that's not important right now. What's important is these kids. If you saying the children are the future, we ain't gonna have them because they ain't gonna be around. They're gonna either be in the cemetery, they're gonna be locked up, or they're gonna be in the nursing home because can't nobody take care of because they don't got shot up and stuff like that. So if you're concerned about the kids, it's time to start paying attention to them. Because I remember one time, me and Brandon was in Walmart. We were probably about the 4th or 5th people in line. The little boy was back there with us playing. And I said, and the woman, his mom was on the phone. So I got the little boy. I said, ma'am, I said, your little boy back here with us. That's my child. You don't tell me what to do. I said, okay. I said, but I'm gonna say this. If I was one of them type of people, you would never see him again. Because I would have been gone. Because Who is up ever on that phone ain't more important than your child. I don't care
Right.
who it is. That could have been Prince or Michael Jackson. They're not more important than your kids.
Right. And if it was Prince or Michael Jackson, I know that's a long distant call. I ain't mean to make that joke, guys. But no, you're right.
I mean,
And
and she got at me, man. I'm like, wait a minute.
But you see how that switched? You remember back in the, for me, I could say 90s, but I know it was going on in the 60s, 70s, 80s, for me, 90s, to where like you could get out a child in the store and the parents wanted that. Oh, the child, oh, he told me this and he did that. Okay, the parent be like, what was you doing wrong or something like that? Why did they do that? Now, man, I saw this video. This little kid came into the laundromat. This older lady, you could tell she's grandma. And he came in, not even knowing the lady, and just started punching and kicking this lady. He was only like 5 or 6. Just started punching and kicking. And the woman just mushed him down on the floor. As soon as he hit the floor, he's sitting up. He started crying. Mother come in after the whole thing. And now she ready to fight grandma because son is down on the ground. And the grandma said, he came in punching and kicking me, and I just shoved him off me. No, you won't put your hands on my child. Or if it was younger, I would. Like, it's like, you don't think, going back to what we said earlier, you don't think your child is like this. You don't think your child is that. Here's a good indication to realize if your child is like that. Look in the mirror and make an honest assessment of yourself.
Yep. She better be glad grandma won't about it. Like grandma could have very easily said, baby, you don't want none of this.
And grandma probably was holding in that purse.
Yeah. You can trust some of these grandmas you want to. Some of these grandmas got that street in them.
Yeah.
Tell you right quick, boy, if I was back in my day, you wouldn't be standing in front of me like that, talking to me like that.
Yeah. Hey, man, you got to show that other video too, the one that you sent me the other day pertaining to this stuff. You remember that one?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That one got me. How he was telling the story and stuff. Let me see. Let me see. Because it's right up there.
Was it after the Farrakhan?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, after the Farrakhan.
Let's see if I can find out.
That one, right? When you see him, and when I watched that, oh man. Why are you doing that, guys?
They better open their mind, their eyes up, man, and realize what's going on out here in this world.
Hey, just want to say, man, thank you everybody for being here. Appreciate all of you. Open mic night. This world. Oh, this world.
Boy, this world is something else, y'all. Y'all keep playing. Y'all keep playing. Keep playing. The devil he gonna show y'all some real stuff. Y'all keep playing.
Well, they don't keep playing until it's too late. They can't play no more.
Is it that one right there?
Let me see. Yep.
Fair use, y'all. Y'all, we're not showing y'all this just for entertainment purposes. This is for educational purposes. This is something that's going on for real in this world. Listen closely.
Stop posting your children. You have no clue how bad it is. An image of your child on the internet that you're trying to show people on social media, they can take the face of your child and make a porn movie with your child, and then they can insert themselves into this porn film. There were over 33 million images transferred or downloaded last year. In our Justice Department, just over 300 cases were prosecuted. We could be getting a lot more pedophiles.
From what I understand, the U.S. is the largest consumer of underage pornography.
I believe there's so many pedophiles in the U.S. that it's beyond not safe anymore. Stop posting your.
Man, I listened to that. I was mortified. Dang.
That's how serious it is, yo. The pornography business is a huge business.
This dude
It don't matter. It don't matter
said,
how old or young your grandmas are doing it too. It doesn't even matter.
yo, this dude said 33 million images was downloaded last year.
That's a lot of freaking images, man. There's 8 billion people in the world, and 33 million is downloading this.
But here's the thing, too. You forgot about how many times it was shared, how many times they was reposted, if it was sold on the black market. And this is just our internet. This is probably just the U, because he said US. So it ain't even keeping count outside of the US. That's just 33 million downloaded. Oh my Lord.
That's a lot, man. That's a lot.
This stuff, I thought I would never be this person, but this thing becoming a parent, I might be that scared parent that's over parent, that's gonna be over parenting everything.
Yeah, you're gonna be like that, man. You're gonna be just like that, because you're gonna be thinking about your children. That's what you're gonna be thinking about, your kids. Parents, y'all are still in here. If y'all listening, this is no joke. Quit thinking and taking everything for granted, especially when it comes to these kids. They're easy to get, they're easy to manipulate. That's why they go after them. That's why the enemy is so strong and prone about going after the young people. They're so easy to manipulate. Easy. And they take them and get them on drugs and get to drinking and abusing them. Some of these movies y'all need to pay close attention to. Just like the part in Equalizer. He told Denzel she's still like a virgin. She's still young. She's still like a virgin. He prostituting. They showing you some stuff. A lot of y'all just watch these movies for entertainment purposes. I look for the meanings. Now, I used to watch movies just for entertainment purposes, but as I got older, I started watching for the meaning.
Man, watch some of the movies that you watched as a child. Watch them over. Got a whole different meaning. Got a whole different meaning.
And you have a whole different outlook on it. You be like, wait a minute, I didn't know that's what they were talking about. Like some of the songs, you did some of the songs over now. It was meaning in them songs.
Man, did you see the scene when his name Mr. McCall, when he went and got dang, what was the little boy name? I forgot his name. Miles. He went and got Miles out of the trap house.
Yeah.
And in the speech he gave him down at the bottom of the elevator. Well, I cry on that speech. Like that was that when he was saying that part where he said that you don't know what death is, you have no idea what death is.
Yeah. I played it a few times, man. That right there. Okay.
Yeah, it's mean,
y'all. Keep thinking.
That's why this movie, and I want to shout out. I do want to shout out World Smh. That's me and my guy. We normally say this at the end, but we have a podcast. Two friends, one show. Two friends, one show. We're a film and TV show podcast, and we did this review on a movie that just came out, The Thunderbolts, and you either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it, and you hate it. I believe the people hate it is the ones that still are surface level thinkers. They only watching the movies for action. So where if you watch the Thunderbolts movie from beginning to end, they are speaking about mental health. You have to watch it. They speaking about mental health. They are attacking mental health, and they're attacking. They have so many characters and they all is playing a role of a different type of mental health. And when you watch it, I said this in our review, is that the great thing about that movie, the people that come watch the movie, they don't know what they're into, but everybody can relate to the movie because everybody in the world have been through some type of mental health or mental strain. Everybody go through it. Everybody go through it. And when you can start watching movies with another lens, with trying to find the actual meaning of the movie, and you stop watching it because of the action and this car blew up and oh my God, that backflip was cool. When you can watch it to get the deeper meaning, you will appreciate a lot of these movies that y'all say that flopped at the box office.
Yep.
I do not watch a movie because somebody say it was a bad movie or I rated it 2 out of 10. I go watch it for myself.
Yep. Go watch it for myself.
Yeah.
It's something, man. It's something. I thought I had that clip because I got that clip. When Denzel was talking to him on the elevator, I got to find it.
Yeah, fine. I'll talk through it right quick, man. One of the other favorite thing was like, I think everybody in the world needs a McCall. A McCall was there for the ones that needed somebody to fight for. If that little dude, if Miles didn't have a McCall, what would have happened that night? You heard what the dude was saying. Don't come back with it not empty. Your mother buried a son. Don't have a buried too. That's what he was saying. So he was sending them out on the hit. Here's another thing. When Mr. McCall brought him down, he said, I thought you said you wanted to draw. Like, it was just so simple. But he already knew drawing was going to get him out of this type of environment if he stayed serious to it. And here's the last thing that I loved about it was he knew Miles was in that space of figuring out his life. He said, make a decision. Oh man, I say that a lot. I use that when I'm mentoring. He told him, make a decision. They got to make a decision. Now, here's the thing within the movie. I was like, hey, he was telling him to make a decision because next time you see Mr. McCall, I may not be this talkative guy.
Oh yeah, he will let you know.
He will let you make the wrong decision.
Yeah, I next time we get on here, I'm gonna have to put that clip on here. I got it somewhere. I can't find it. But
you know what our next episode should be, or one in the future. We should just get clips of movie/TV shows and just speak about like some of our favorite clips. I'm gonna start sending you some.
Okay, yeah, that'd be good right there. We're gonna kick off with that though.
Yeah, some of our favorite.
We're gonna kick off with that.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be good. Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
There, man. That'd be good there. Yeah, but man, we're gonna get out of here, y'all. And
yes, sir.
We appreciate everybody coming in and joining us on this conversation. I know it won't one of those topics that everybody love and want to talk about, but it must be talked about, even warned. I just put it that way. I mean, you want to see something about the president, you turn on any channel, find that out. You want to see some mess, you can go to social media, find that all day, every day if you want to. But you very seldom hear about a lot of people talking about what's going on with these kids, and the people that are putting stuff out about these kids and warning parents, y'all don't even really want to pay that no attention because you think it can't happen to your children or your child, but it can, or your grandchild, and it can. You don't put nothing past this doggone devil. You cannot put nothing past him.
They promote the evil, man.
They promoting it.
Before can I bring up one thing right quick?
Go ahead.
So you saw the story that's going on with the guy with the little boy Carmelo Anthony, right?
Yeah.
He stabbed the twin brother in self-defense. When it very first happened, Carmelo Anthony is an African American, and he stabbed a Caucasian young boy. So it was a lot of outrage at the beginning, but then the story just went away. Why did the story go away? A couple of factors. One, they tried so hard to pull up negative images to get a background on this little boy. They couldn't find nothing. Another thing, the father did an interview with the local news crew. And if you go listen to that, the father of the son that lost his life, the Caucasian father, he did an interview. In that entire interview, He was giving God all the glory. He said God has already forgiven him in his heart. He said he forgave the young boy that took his son's life. He was saying, I wish him the best, and I hope he's out. He was really not praising the little boy, but he was like letting him know that I forgive you. After that interview, we ain't hear nothing else about it. Now they're trying to spin it. They're trying to spin the story to where the little boy was an aggressor too. There are multiple eyewitnesses saying that he was defending himself, but we hear nothing else about the story because now the little boy is not found out to be a heathen, a monster, a thug is what they paint us.
Yep.
And most of our young men are not like that. But you go find one post, you go look at their history, go look at their family history, and now the public opinion has already deemed them a bad guy, and it was this fault. But you have the father of the victim, coming out the way he did. They said, no, we can't have, they can't have this story. They promote this stuff for a reason, guys. Pay attention to it. They promote it for a reason, and you falling right into it. Protect your kids, man. Protect your kids. You ain't doing a good enough job.
I ain't even saying nothing after that, because that shut it down right there by itself. I ain't even got nothing to say. Cause y'all know, y'all come back anytime and watch and join the conversation. You know, Neil, appreciate it, man. As always, everybody, y'all know how we do it. Because I ain't even got to say nothing after that. He shut it down right there. We out of here.